Yeah,
can you stand yours up?
so this is from a design perspective. A design portfolio. So this is our vision board. What we have is texture. So starting from here, you have the native greenery. And we have shelter and seating.
Yes. Indigenous.
Wow. Decolonize yourself.
So we're going for the natural earth tone look. We're not dabbing into the 80s retro jewel tone. we're sticking to the natural colorway. So we have the shelter going all the way up to the wharenui.
Oh.
And Uncle had some good ideas about the shelter extension.
To elaborate.
So yes, just to reiterate what my twin has said, we disagree with everything that's gone before. So we started with a blank sheet and we will continue and build as our people is to not rebuild what they have done. So yes, the Mahara is conceptual with what you've said, and yes, it's covered the seating, this natural indigenous flora and fauna. Abiding with the 262 Waitangi Tribunal hearings. As far as the indigenous plants, yes, we have that covered walkway there with shade sails with hard standing area either side. When we have our two papaku and there's an excess of manuhiri, we tend to want to go out into the parana. The parana is the veranda, the pariro o tātou marae. So we've extended that parana, that veranda, we've extended so the northwesterly winds won't when they prevail, will not sort of mark with the hooves and the heads.
So you're happy that the experience is coming into the floor.
So that's, we've extended that, and there's another shade sail, covered walkway so we can, not only we can have, it's congregational, we can have some of our wānangas there, we can have institutional practices there and some medicinal practices there, we can have it anywhere outside. It's a wānanga place, it gives us
Love it.
so that it changes the environment and your thought
Quite an add in there,
process.
We want to avoid as much construction as possible because we want to coincide with the RMA Act. Where's your runoffs going, guys? I'm hearing a lot of pollution coming out from all your construction.
Runoffs from what?
Runoff water from the construction.
Well, we're capturing it. We're catching it.
So in lieu of all
I feel like
that,
this team is very attacking.
Perspective.
the area between the wharenui and wharenui that will be a covered area again, which that covered area will connect the parana, the veranda, to there. It'll be an extension of the marae for eating. We will screen off the toilet, so there's no sort of direct vision of the toilet while you can still have access and egress as required in case of fire. That's another thing. So the kitchen would have a wider door, so that you can go straight in. We'll rearrange the kitchen, and I think the kota would have a common, the whole area will be totally covered. So when you call those tua and kina in the middle of summer, in February, you don't get heated up. So it's all covered.
Good
and
thinking.
The kota remains, when we will have sinks and things like that, and other washing facilities, hot and cold. We'll have a chiller incorporated in the bounds of the roof of the kitchen, so that it's accessible from the outside and it's accessible from the inside, so you don't have to go outside to access the chiller. But it's just some of the, and obviously there's this planting out here to the back, over the back, and planting, and the water storage. Yes, we have, I think, fire will be part of the requirements for our marae. So yes, we do need a little bit more water storage. More storage than anything.
And we've got the mokopuna, and over here we've got the little play wāki tākaro ki konei. We've got all the natural, the gardens and little climbing stones.
Honeybee thing.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So
Just run it back from the front of the marae.
Yes, so
It's just on
space
the
for
side
them
of
to be
the
shooed
marae.
away to.
Just some things for them to climb.
So you got no
Is it-
intention of enlarging the wharenui?
Well, in conjunction with that, if yes,
Very good. So,
because
that's
we're
it.
contrary to this ahupore, there will be smoke emitting from the kauta, whether it be the type that you don't want to see, but there will be smoke coming out of the chimney of the kauta.
Yeah, that's the only smoke I want to see.
We also have,
Okay, te rangi.
we got brick hangi pits
Kua
as
rongo.
well. I'm not sure if you guys seen Hangi Master, his brick hangi pits that he's developing and selling those as well. You can also get hangi pits on trailers. He makes those too. He came down to Whitianga and showed us a portable hangi pit. Those are cool as well.
I'm not sure about that, cuz.
It'll have a spark arresters above it, so you'll use it on the non-fire
And
times.
if we want gardens in future tents, hydroponic gardens is something we can look into because you don't need to dig. You can have the gardens hanging, and then we can get our herbs and things from there.
Those are the gardens of the futures of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, solar power, yeah, but that goes without saying solar power.
Yeah. Ka pai. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.
Can I ask a question? Are they solid or are you thinking cloth?
Well, it's more
This
diagrammatic at this stage.
This is really solid.
Because I was thinking that'd be great, you know, because all those things we need water and we don't have a secure water system
Yeah.
at our marae. Even just with the wharepapa, you know, the numbers of people. And I think the more surfaces that we have where we can capture water and harvest it into tanks, all the suggestions. I think can utilise that, you know, the roof bases and things.
You'll notice that we've got hard standing areas.
Yeah.
It's all, that whole front is hard standing.
Yes.
In so much that you may incorporate the grass, the artificial grass or something like that. But we don't want to encourage the tutuing in front of the noise in front of the house.
No.
So we have the congregations there with the hard standing areas, but it has to still be accessible. We don't want to confine so that you want people to interact.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know whether there could be two different symposiums going on either side.
Multi-purpose spaces.
So we
That's
so
great.
it's just to have that whanaungatanga.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Love it. Love it, whānau.
Love it.
Beautiful.